On August 3rd, former President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty in his third criminal indictment, his second in federal court. The first was in New York State court. Several Verify viewers reached out to ask if Trump could possibly pardon himself if he's reelected as president. So, let's verify. Could Trump pardon himself for any federal or state convictions if he's reelected as president? Our sources are the U.S. Constitution, a ruling by the Supreme Court, the Department of Justice, the Brennan Center for Justice, and 3 constitutional law experts. For the federal charges, the answer is maybe, because there is no clearly stated law or legal precedent, meaning this hasn't happened before. The Constitution gives the president broad power to issue pardons for federal crimes. The only explicit restriction that the Founding Fathers included was that a president cannot pardon themselves in cases of impeachment.
I don't think that they have ever considered or imagined a situation where the president would need to pardon himself. But here we are.
The closest we've come was in 1974, just days before President Richard Nixon resigned. The DOJ issued a memo that said, under the fundamental rule that no one may be a judge in his own case, the president cannot pardon himself. However, that opinion was never tested in court because Nixon resigned.
The question is it enforceable? And the courts would have to decide that. And ultimately, that case is going to wind its way to the United States Supreme Court. Former President Trump would probably be in pretty good standing with the United States Supreme Court.
As for Trump's indictment in New York on state criminal charges, all of our sources agree that no, Trump cannot pardon himself in that case because the Constitution only gives him the power to issue pardons for federal crimes. New York's Constitution says that only the governor can grant pardons or clemency to people, and only after they're convicted. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.